Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution episode number 52. It's another back to work Monday. Just some random hobby thoughts today, nothing specific to discuss. Just kind of want to wrap up the weekend in the hobby for me. Um, I did start to count the flat rate box that was delivered on Saturday. Um, Looks like there's going to be around 2,000 cards. I've only counted about half, so I do not have an updated count through the weekend. But as it stands from the other mail days towards the end of the week, 494,118 Cubs cards plus the flat rate box that I'm counting. I do have one other flat rate box that should be delivered today. So should be pretty close to 500,000 by week's end, and I fully anticipate reaching the 500,000 Cubs mark by the end of the month, if not sooner. So that's where we're at on the Cubs count, and actually the box that I received. That I'm actually counting right now. I have a small stack of cards that I just kind of want to share. I'll do that tomorrow once the count is complete. It's a nice little mix of cards because usually when I buy these boxes I'm just paying $30 for a flat rate box full of Cubs, and I fully expect to get just junk wax commons, and I don't care because it's a low enough price point that it doesn't matter what I receive as long as they're a box full of Cubs. But this box was a nice mix, a lot of like mid 2000s, which is probably the era that I have the least of. Now I do have all the cards, but obviously the junk wax era is where a bulk of my cards are. I have a lot of current stuff. So like the 2002 to 2010, that range is probably where I have the fewest, that snapshot. The decade of 2000 to 2010 is probably the least of the cards that I have from 80s and up, because obviously less cards were made in the 70s and back, and they're not as common. So that's where we're at with the Cubs count. Sunday, I spent a lot of the day. I did list a bunch of Allen and Ginter inserts. So those have been actually selling quite a bit last night and through the overnight hours. Most of them are 99 cents free shipping. So if you're looking to fill some Allen and Ginter insert sets, those are being added to my eBay store. I added the Debut to Remember. I added the Long Ball Lore, and I think one other set. So most of those are listed. I think I have a small stack of the Debut to Remember yet to list, and some of the others. I have a couple of the mini insert sets still to list, and also the minis, just the regular mini that I'll be listing as well. So still going through the Allen and Ginter, and should hopefully have everything listed here in the next couple days. A lot of shipping, a lot of sales over the weekend, so that was good. Did not go to the card show. You can hear my explanation why. In yesterday's show, it was kind of a last minute day of decision to decide not to attend the local card show here. So you can watch yesterday's edition of Hobby Evolution for the details on that. Outside of the hobby yesterday, I caught up on some Cobra Kai. I have really gotten into this show. I was a Karate Kid fan, but not like, I have some friends that were just, die hard, loved Karate Kid. I like the movie. Wasn't like a huge fan, but I would say it ranks up there for me personally as a top 80s movie. So I finished season 1, yesterday on Netflix. First 2 seasons are on, and I did actually this morning. I googled. I'm like, when's season 3 coming out? And apparently it's filmed and it will be released at some point in 2021. So that was exciting to read. So I think before I go into season 2, I just kind of want to recap the Karate Kid movies. I think I read somewhere, I don't know if it was season 3 that's yet to be released or maybe season 2, but one of the seasons kind of reflects on the second Karate Kid movie. And that's probably the movie that I've seen the least, that and the third in the trilogy. So I do want to go back maybe this week, and if I have some time, watch the trilogy before I start season 2 of Cobra Kai. But awesome show if you haven't seen it. It is on Netflix. It is a great show. And then last night, since I'm on the TV subject, that's kind of my what I do in my non-hobby time is watch TV, since it's getting cooler outside and less to do in the pandemic times. So my wife and I watched the Emmys last night. Fun show. Schitt's Creek just tore it up. And we actually binged Schitt's Creek, probably started it a month ago or a month and a half ago. Watched the entire series run. It is now over, and I think they won at least what was televised. They won like 7. They went like 7 for 7 from what I watched. I ducked out towards the end of the show, so they won a lot of the Emmys last night. It's a hilarious show. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It is extremely funny. In fact, we watched it, we binged it, and we went back and binged it. We are in the process of watching it a second time. Usually when we're both working, maybe I'm on the couch listing some stuff on eBay. My wife's doing work for her business. And we have usually like Big Bang Theory on in the background, just something mindless in the background. So we've actually gone back and watched Schitt's Creek, and we have that going in the background, and we find ourselves watching it more than doing work on the couch at night. So definitely recommend both those shows, Cobra Kai and Schitt's Creek. Both can be found on Netflix. So that's about all I have for this morning. More catch up today with eBay. The sales have been pouring in with some of the inserts, so I'm going to be tackling more of the eBay packaging today, and I'll have that final count of the medium flat rate, and show off some of the cards that I found fun in the box that I received over the weekend. So that's all for today. Have yourselves a great Monday, and you can always find me online at Twitter at 1 million Cubs, and visit the website 1millioncubs.com, and that's also where you can find a link to my eBay store, continuing to post 2020 Allen and Ginter in the eBay store. So check that out, 1millioncubs.com. At the top, there's a link to my eBay store. Have a great Monday.